So here he is with much fanfare, the #1 lightweight contender, challenging for UFC gold here tonight. Hay is in the barn. He feels like he has put in all the requisite work to realize the dream here tonight.
He's been working so hard. When you watch the videos, you can see a guy that will not accept anything less than being super prepared for the biggest opportunity of his career. He has worked diligently. He has trained hard. He has brought in training partners. He's done everything. Now it's all about going out there and executing. He said he feels he's ready to do that and become the UFC champion.
But it must be stated, in this division with all of the contenders, oftentimes you only get one crack. We'll see what he can do with it. ISLAM MAKHACHEV enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. Well, you can argue this is the single hardest belt in the UFC to defend. The UFC's lightweight division has long been a murderer's row, and this champion's latest challenger looks like he could come through and upset the apple cart.
We were talking to him the other day, and I asked him about the fight. He goes, DC, nothing surprises me, because every time I go in there, I fight the toughest, scariest opponent. I understand my opponent's good, but I'm the champion for a reason, and I intend for it to stay that way.
Seemed like he had a great training camp, a great weight cut, and even though there are definite stylistic challenges in front of him here tonight, told us on Thursday in the fighter meeting, skill for skill, I'm better than this guy everywhere, and I'm going to prove it in a big way in front of this capacity crowd tonight. Charles Oliveira steps inside the octagon. He looks ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, ISLAM MAKHACHEV. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Charles "Go Bronx" Oliveira.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
All right, ISLAM MAKHACHEV, the UFC lightweight champion, putting the belt on the line tonight against the former King Charles "Bronx" Oliveira. They met for the first time at UFC 280. That was back in 2022. And Bronx looking for a different result here tonight.
You know, John, that was the first time we saw Charles Oliveira over the course of that long run struggle with the fight style. And Charles Oliveira has promised us. He's gone back to the drawing board. He's fixed the holes in the game. He has a different approach to Makhachev. Oh, guillotine here.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, how about this as he jumps to side mount to try to counter the guillotine. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Look at that. Recognizing he's about to lose position.
Oliveira's pass attempt denied. All right, close guard now.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Makhachev's trying for a submission here. Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. Arm still not out of harm's way yet.
Look at all the pressure on the arm.
Ooh, crowd pops as he gets out again.
They respect his ability to escape, and he showed how well-versed he is in submission defense.
What a strike from off of his back.
Great submission defense.
Oliveira's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
There it is, now he's going to mount. Yep, gotta be very careful there.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. All right, side control now.
Nice defense. Big ground and pound.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours. Nice sub attempt.
Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
He's got the choke in.
Yeah, paging Alexio Linux. Somehow he got out, though.
Great job clearing the hips, facing, and getting out of that Ezekiel choke attempt.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Oh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. That's a lot of blood, man. I think I can smell the B-positive blood type from here.
Yeah, he's bleeding quite a bit right now, and the blood's going into the eye. He needed to address this early. Now he's about to have to go into survival mode.
30 seconds now to go in the opening round. Good work from the top here by ISLAM MAKHACHEV.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention. Oh, that looks wicked tight.
But look at this.
Oh!
Switches to an armbar to try and finish the fight.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so there's the final horn as this one goes the distance. Looked like at times he might get him out of there with a submission. Nonetheless, he'll have to settle for a decision.
He kept getting so close. He was so close on so many attempts that it's hard to believe that we are seeing the judges' scorecards. But in those attempts, I believe that he did enough to get this decision.
Ready, fight. Ready.
Second round underway. Early right hand gets through for Dubronx. Straight right hand, no good.
He does a phenomenal job of actually attacking the...
Oliveira's trying to get a triangle here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by ISLAM MAKHACHEV. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Nicely done. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing stroke.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like...
Oh, another submission attempt by him now. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, now he bails on the submission. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Oliveira.
He's got to be careful here. He flattens him out. This could be the beginning of the end.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up. Great submission defense on display tonight. Big right hook there by the champ.
Ground and pound strike there now. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today.
All right, looks like he's going to attempt a submission here.
Dude's a wizard on the ground, man.
That does choke is tight.
He's up. What submission defense?
It's work. I'm going to stand this up.
So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Takes his back now. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
He's in the mountain.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Posture's up now and oh, huge elbow! All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Lands the ground and pound strike here. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
45 seconds remain in the round. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Well, this is not football. Targeting is legal, and he is going at that cut, which is getting worse with every passing ground strike. 30 seconds to go in round 2.
Oh, nice.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Oliveira.
Great job landing from the top position.
Round 3 next. All right, so the fighters head back to the stools, and hopefully this fight can continue. That is a severe cut. We'll see if the cut man can do some good work here.
The only reason we lost is because you're waiting on it. I need you to be...
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Straight punch there again, been there all night. And straight punch lands, that's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfectly.
So, DC, I'm not sure if fear of fatigue is a factor, but given his body of work in the UFC, you gotta be surprised that he hasn't attempted to get this fight to the ground where he can let his submission skills take over.
Maybe he is anticipating a tough taking for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
North-south, we'll see if the crowd can be mature about this. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. Relentless pressure from the top by ISLAM MAKHACHEV. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow. Right. You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Hard shots landing on both sides here. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, nice leveraging.
Makhachev's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount.
Oliveira's face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse. Makhachev's back in half guard.
Side control, he's pretty safe there.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Good movement on the ground here defensively by Oliveira. How do you get out of harm's way here?
You gotta shove that knee, John. Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Makhachev's in half guard now. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Makhachev's back in half guard. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. All right, into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by ISLAM MAKHACHEV.
Another one. He cannot miss from the top position.
Makhachev's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top. All right, 45 seconds now to go on the round. Oliveira getting absolutely worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes.
You cannot sit in this position. Referee will have no choice but to stop the fight.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Final seconds of round 3. Makhachev's right back to the full mount here. Oliveira's cheek is just pouring blood all over his face, all over the canvas. That gash is terrible, so bad, we might even get a stoppage here. We'll see. All right, so the fighter heads back to the stool, and man, that is a severe cut that he's dealing with. We'll see if they call in the ringside physician. All right, let us re-rack some replays of the damage done in that round, see if we can isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, a nasty cut opens up when he lands there. It's a beautiful shot that gets to the target. He has not been responsible defensively, and he's really paying for it because now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, 4th round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be hard. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion. There's a level change.
Well, this is getting hard to watch, and sometimes you hear us say a fighter is too tough for their own good. Anybody want to save this athlete right now?
Yeah, this is a classic case of that, where a guy is just too tough. He's not going to win this fight. He may as well throw in the towel. I mean, his corner can stop it, the referee can stop it, the doctor can stop it. Somebody needs to do something because this fight is over.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat? He passes the half.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Oliveira. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by ISLAM MAKHACHEV.
Oh, that's getting deep. Working now to finish off this heel hook. He's got to keep the knees inside of his hips. Cannot allow for him to beat his hips.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
3 minutes to go. Oh, we got blood now, folks. Doctor might need to step in shortly. We got a huge situation here. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Makhachev's back in half guard. Right into side control.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique.
Ooh, looks like another submission attempt now.
That is tight. Oh, man, that was slick.
Makhachev's back to the side control now. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by ISLAM MAKHACHEV.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should...
Oh, might be trying to set up a leg submission here. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight. Oliveira's eyes closing up now. Not good for him.
great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
You need to work on this position.
He's having his way with him here. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Makhachev's back in full guard now. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, well, defense wins championships, and perhaps he can shore some things up there. Here are some replays from the damaging previous round.
Well, he's got to. He's got to change some things if he doesn't want this cut to get worse. But hats off to his opponent. His opponent found the target. His opponent knew exactly what he wanted to accomplish, and he got it done. He's got to continue on the path in order to make the cut worse. Nice punch to the head.
Shots landed by him now. Well, some might describe this as critical condition. Oliveira's going for the sub here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D.
Getting them out here.
Oh, arm triangle attempt now. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out. Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Oliveira. All right, working inside his opponent. Oh, attempting to go for the leg now. Oh, could be the beginning of the end. That looks tight. Now trying to escape, and he does!
He freed his knee, got his leg all the way to the opposite side. Now, opponent has your back, but you're in a much better position.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, good ground and pound here. How fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
It's work. Come on, let's stand it up. It's work.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. Now he's going full mount. Nice transition.
Makhachev's going for a choke here. Oh, he's got it locked in.
He's got that arm triangle deep.
All right, so he lets go of the submission now.
He let go because he saw that he was going to lose his position. You've got to maintain dominant position when you're in a fight.
Oh, that Darce choke is tight.
Now he's in trouble. He's going to go to sleep.
And there it is! Charles Oliveira! Coming up huge tonight. Well, everybody in this this arena still digesting this result. What a win for him tonight, and he gets it done by submission, no less.
He said he was going to get it done by submission. To watch an athlete call his shot is always fun. He should be very proud.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 11 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a Darce choke, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Charles the Bronx Oliveira.
All right, so there he is, and still UFC lightweight champion at 155 pounds. That's saying something, right? A murderer's row of contenders, and the #1 contender, no match for the champion tonight.
For a long time, we talked about 155.